Or just, it is what it is. Good morning, you guys. Today is the day. I can't fathom that this is happening. Like, it still doesn't feel real to me, but I'm getting countertops today. How long has it been? These cabinets were installed November of 2022. So it's been almost a full year, which I have been totally fine working with the plywood. Like, it's still been a completely functioning kitchen, but I am excited for the countertops to go in. I have got a plumber coming today, so the new sink will be going in, faucet, dishwasher, all of it. I think that's what I'm most excited for, is the dishwasher, honestly. I am so incredibly sick of washing my dishes by hand. Otherwise, I'm totally fine with the plywood. So let me show you guys the kitchen one final time. Here she is in all of her glory, in the state that you guys have seen her for so incredibly long. This is wild. So I actually took all the screws out of my existing countertops. This piece is this is 8 feet by 4 feet. So this is far too heavy for me to carry myself. These I was able to take off though. I actually need to figure out, so something is wrong with this track. And I was hoping that by pulling this out and like getting in here, I'd be able to fix it, but I can't figure out what the heck's wrong with it. Like, it should be slow close, but the thing is, this track is different from all the other tracks. So I understand all of these other tracks, but this only one is different, because even over here, I've got like kind of a mirroring situation, but the track is underneath, compared to over here, the track is on the side, and it's a totally different system. Like, I compared it. Anyway, I am really not sure what to do with that. Since I did take this off, I actually put my Lazy Susan in here. It is not built. I was gonna build it, and then I was like, I honestly do not have time for this. I was dealing with a screaming child for a lot of hours yesterday, so this, it just is what it is. At least it's in there, because it can't actually fit through this door. So I had to like put it in there like this, and it will be built. They will remove the sink, and these, I took like the screws out of this, so this is like ready to be lifted once they remove all the plumbing and everything, and then the sink will be lifted out. There was never a top over there. This is all one big piece, by the way. And yeah, the kitchen is officially prepped. If you're curious why there's no door here, it's because the bottom hinge actually lost its 2 screws, and I know that they're gonna need in there, and I didn't want them to accidentally rip out the top 2 screws, so I figured let me just take off the door, and then I need to get 2 new screws. It's really like a simple fix. I just haven't been using that door, so, you know, it is what it is. But you guys, we'll have a dishwasher right here so soon. So my sweet child, I've got him like pretty timed out at night. Like, I know when he's going to wake up. If his last feed is around 8 o'clock, he'll wake up 12:30, and then it's usually like 2:30 and then 5:30. I don't understand why between 12:30 and 2:30 it's only 2 hours, because usually I get like a good 3-hour stretch from him, but for some reason that's like what he's on, which is fine. So sometimes I go back to sleep after the 5:30 feed. Other times I do not. This morning I decided, you know what, like, I just gotta finish the prep of this kitchen because they're supposed to be here by 9 o'clock this morning, and I really wanted to do a cool transition reel for this space. Like, I was working to like prep it and clear it out all yesterday. By the time I wanted to do the transition reel, he needed me, and then it was several hours where I just like, I couldn't do it, and then the light was gone, and now this morning there's no light, so I just don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a cute transition reel. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to remove these switch plates over here. Oh, I should talk about this for a second. You guys might not have even noticed. So when we placed electrical on this wall, we actually did not have a plan for the kitchen yet. So we just kind of placed electrical of like, okay, well, this makes sense spacing wise, where we think like it would be nice to have outlets. Well, obviously the kitchen was not fully designed, so I did not know that the oven, I mean, I should have known that the oven was here, but it's fine. The oven is centered in this space, and we actually had, I'm not sure why we had 2 outlets right here, but like you do not want an outlet right above the stove. Like that just makes 0 sense. So I ended up keeping this one outlet over here, this one outlet over here, and then there was one that we should have placed on the other side of the stud so that I could have had it inside this cabinet, because this is going to be an appliance garage. It actually just came with the wrong door. Oh, I can take the screws from that. Genius. Okay, I'm going to do that. So realistically, like there should have been a plug in there, but again, didn't have the kitchen signed when we spaced out the outlet. So I ended up securing the wires, okay? So that they are all good, all safe in the walls. And then I covered them up because my countertop is actually gonna go up and beyond. And then over here as well, so this is going to be an outlet, that's going to be an outlet. This switch right here is for the garbage disposal. And then over the little bar area, there's an outlet on both sides. So there's a lot of outlets. There will also be an outlet in the island. So it's like not that big of a deal that I actually ended up covering up 3 outlets. It's just, really should have thought that through. Okay, let's see if I can do a transition before this kid wakes up. Finish that in perfect timing, because I hear a little one. Good mornings. Oh, that's a big yawn. Come on, thing. There it is. So exciting. I think I hear him waking up, and he should not be waking up right now. But, kitchen update, you guys. I really wish I would have got my reaction when I first saw this backsplash. I saw half of it done at first, like as I was coming down the hallway, because I was just like trapped in the back rooms all day. I trapped myself in the back rooms all day because the girls and a baby, you know, like there was no need to be out here. But I love the countertops. They're gorgeous. I'm so excited to share with you guys. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen, because I already shared over there. But there was one hiccup that we ran into with the kitchen. Actually, there were 2. That the job could not be completed, and they are coming back this morning to finish the job, which I had no idea. I actually have plans with Cameron, so I'm hoping that they're here quick and that they can get this done quick, because I'm supposed to meet my girl for breakfast for this backsplash. Okay, actually, can you see the hallway over here? Yeah, you can. I wanted just a simple 4-inch backsplash for the bar area. Nothing crazy. I'm still debating what I want to do with that wall in terms of having like a shelf or something there. Like something cool is gonna happen over there, but I didn't want the backsplash to be the main focus. I wanted this backsplash to be the main focus with the shelf and everything. So I was gonna have 4-inch over there. Over here, the plan was to have the backsplash just butt up against the windowsills and ride the whole way across, and then it goes up, and then I've got my shelf and like larger backsplash, because that's actually like the primary cooking area. Like that's where you're gonna get some splash. And then here, obviously the sink, I was like, oh, let's just cover this whole thing. Well, when they came, you guys remember the whole deal with like the floors are not level in this space, and leveling out the cabinets was such a pain in the butt. Well, technically, this is such a long run right here. My kid is waking up. Hold on, I'll be right back. Usually he sleeps for an extra hour, but today it's not that day. It's not that day. And that's gonna be fine. So this technically from the whole way over here to the whole way over there isn't level. And the real problem is this corner right here is where it slopes the most. Now, if you take a look at it on the level, it's like the dot is between the lines. Like the bubble is right there. So technically it's a level to the naked eye, but for this long stretch, it does actually go down. So over here, I think it's like 7.5 is how much space is there inches wise. Over here, it gets over 8 inches, which is crazy. So when they were here, they were like, what we can do, because like we have to cut this because it's not level like we were expecting. So they were like, what we can do is have it butt up over here, but then it's not gonna butt up over there. And I was like, that's just gonna look silly. It's just not going to look right at all. So we were trying to come up with other options, and I was like, you know what, what's gonna actually look best is if we just match this 4-inch over here, and then it looks like that continues the whole way through, and then it's gonna hit this wall. They were really trying to talk me out of it. They were like, no, we should really go the whole way up to the windowsill, but I'm like, that is going to be so glaringly obvious that this is not level. And in reality, why they were trying to talk me out of it was because the girls, now this is just the chaos of my life, okay? Cutting it down to 4 inches, they had to take it back to the shop. Compared to the little bit of cutting they were going to do, they could have done it here. And the shop is an hour away from my house. So they didn't want to do that, but I was like, it's going to be so glaringly obvious, it's just not going to look right. And there's nothing post that being done where I could fix it and have it not be obvious, you know? So I was like, we have to do 4 inches. They were like, what about if we just do 7 and then it doesn't match up over here or over there? But I'm like, it's still too close to the windowsill, it's gonna look goofy. So they took it back to the shop, cut it 4 inches, and they're bringing that back today. So this will be installed. But then also for the sink, so the faucet that I have, and they actually asked me, they asked for the sink, all the details, I sent them a link to it, and the faucet and everything, I sent them a link to everything so that I thought actually it was coming pre-cut. I didn't realize they actually cut it once it's in place, which makes more sense to do it that way, but still, it does not matter. Well, the sink that I got is not standard size, what they usually cut. So they actually only had, I'm gonna call it a drill bit, but I know it's not a drill bit. They had a piece that would fit my sink, but it was specific for marble, and this is quartzite. And they were like, we don't think, like, that's just a no-go. That's not the move. So they're like, we actually have to buy the correct piece so that we can drill holes into this quartzite for your faucet to sink. Because the hole that they have, this is like so overly dramatic, was like this big compared to like, I need this big type thing. So yeah, they're coming back this morning to finish that, and then I will walk you guys through the kitchen. Good morning. Are you guys ready for a countertop reveal? My original plan was for this space to be totally clean and share all the details of the countertop with you guys, but you know, it's been lived in a little bit, and honestly, there's been just living in a renovation zone is hilarious. This is for my garbage disposal, so you know, it is what it is. Let's talk about countertops. So, as you guys know, when I originally looked at countertops and like my original vision for this space, I really wanted marble. And then I just realized marble was gonna be super impractical. It stains incredibly easy, and I just knew it wasn't gonna hold up, and it was not worth it. So I ended up going with a quartzite, and I am obsessed with this quartzite. I needed 4 freaking slabs for how much countertop there is in this space. It's insane. But I also used it as the backsplash. And I think everything is like done that can be done to show you guys. Actually, yesterday they had to come back because the back wall where there's a seam for the backsplash, it was falling on one side, and I think, and basically like what they explained is like the weight of the countertops, it settles. So like the cabinets kind of settled, and especially because the cabinets are on shims, I think the cabinets over here settled a little bit, which then caused that to split. So they just fixed that yesterday. And honestly, I think the seam looks so much better now than it did before. It's far less noticeable. And yeah, let's take a look at the detail of this freaking stone. Here she is. Well, actually, let me just give you like a full look at the kitchen for one. Laundry and all. Here she is, the countertop, the quartzite. So I wanted quartzite instead of granite. Actually, the two stones I was looking at once I decided marble without were quartzite and granite. Granite has far more of a speckly look. You can find some granite that's like not bad, but I really wanted a little bit of veining, which is what I loved about marble. So I ended up finding this one. And do you see, this is like blue, this is purple. It's primarily a gray base to it, but it is absolutely stunning. These details in here. Obviously the cabinets are not stained yet, so the cabinets will be something different, but just look at that detail. It's so unique. I don't know. I never expected to get a stone that had blue or purple in it. Like, look at that. This is actually my favorite moment in the whole entire kitchen. I am so obsessed with that. I think it's stunning. So these need to be popped out, and then I'm going to get nice switch plates for them. This right here, oh, let it focus, is the seam that I was talking about. I think it looks so dang good. I'm so excited. So then over here, this is where it drops down to 4. Look at the detail in that stone. I just adore it. Okay, my sink, we've got a huge sink. This is one of the sinks that comes with accessories, which my plumber was like, I have never seen a sink like this, and I do not know how, because I feel like they are so popular right now. But it has a little lip in it, so it comes with, this is a strainer right here, a cutting board, and a drying rack that can all just go on the lip. It can slide around, move around. Obviously, I do not keep these in the sink, and they will be going in a drawer. I actually think I'm gonna put them in this drawer right here, but very, very cool. It's a nice deep sink. This also comes with it. I don't know, cool. I've got my water dispenser here. So this is drinking water. It's nice filtered. We got this guy, and then of course we have a sprayer. So this is all hooked up. I just need the electrical done so that my garbage disposal is not like this. And so we can also finally get a dishwasher. So if you were in hopes that there was gonna be a dishwasher, it's not here yet. Well, dishwasher is quite literally here. It's just not installed yet. That will happen. Back to the stone. Look at that detail. I think this is the best I could have got for kind of the look I wanted, but that also had some white detailing to it, because marble is really the one, don't quote me on that, but from what I looked at, marble was like the one stone that had like more so true white to it compared to a lot of other stones didn't. So this one having the gray and white I just thought was really, really pretty. And then the bar area right here is just incredibly basic. So like I said, I'm gonna do something above, but get in on the details of that stone. So one step in the kitchen is done. Another step, it's only been the countertops, the cabinets were installed in November, and sure, there's been some work done in the kitchen, like this post is now wrapped. That's gonna end up getting stained, so it will look different. This had to be done up there. We will be doing trim around this. So like little steps have been done in this space, but it was November and now it's, you know, some progress was made. Next step is electrical and dishwasher, because I have, obviously you guys saw the other outlets that are just kind of floating, but like these all need done, and then obviously it needs done so that the dishwasher can happen. Trim out the island, and then things will be stained, painted, and I can get cabinet pulls. I actually need to start looking at cabinet pulls, but there you guys go. Update on the kitchen. If you guys want more like up-to-date, real-time information, follow me on Instagram, because I already shared all of this on Instagram first, but I obviously wanted to create a YouTube video for you guys as well. So, okay, bye.